The previous 5 or so chapters have all taken place around the week of Thanksgiving. Well, the winter has passed now, and the ground is thawing, and spring is springing, and so the azalea blossoms are out. And for Cal and Abra, that means they have a long-standing date or invitation to go see the first day of the azalea's bloom. So they skip school and they talk, and Cal is scared of Abra, and Abra is a little bit scared of Cal for different reasons. They decide that they are a couple, and Abra holds Cal's hand, even though Cal thinks that he's bad and that he's doing something wrong, and Abra doesn't see it at all. And they make a pretty clean break from Aaron. Meanwhile, at home, there is a knock at the door. Lee is looking at his full-color brochure for the seed catalog, planning the garden for spring and how it could grow along the fence, and there is a knock at the door. Then in chapter 55, we see that Aaron has passed away, and that him passing away has caused Adam to have a stroke, or more specifically, maybe a more severe stroke. So Lee sends Cal away to get Abra, and Abra wants to go immediately back to the house and to be around his bedside. Then we meet maybe one of the most annoying nurses in human history, and we get her out of the room for the novel's climax. So we have Abra, Cal, Lee, all sitting around Adam's bed. And so we've met so many characters in this novel, and finally we just have 3 alive waiting around for Adam to die. But he can't go out like this. In a story that is much more reminiscent to me of a later story in Genesis than Cain and Abel, and that is Isaac's blessing of Jacob and Esau. And so they want the inheritance, they want the birthright, they want the fatherly blessing. And Lee almost demands that Adam give it to Cal. Now, Adam is, of course, in no physical state to talk or to motion, but he does his best to try to raise his right hand after Lee pleads that he can't go out like this. He can't have Cal suicidal. Cal has done something that Cain never did, which is confess. He owns up to his stuff. Aaron is the coward in Lee's words because he runs to seminary, he runs to the ministry, then he runs to the military because he can't handle reality. Cal may have an evil in his heart that Aaron doesn't grapple with, but Cal confesses it, and so he has a humility and he has the strength to fight who he is. And so Lee is almost like Samuel Hamilton. When Samuel Hamilton knew he was going to die, he went and confronted Adam about his lack of parenting skills. Well, Lee sees that Adam is about to die, and so now it's time for Lee to get a little bit out of character and be very forceful with Adam. And so he demands that he free Cal for the rest of his life for this Cain and Abel type of relationship. Did he kill his brother? No, but his cruel act by taking him to see that his mom was alive and was a prostitute did lead to the death of his brother. Cal admits that, and the novel, of course, ends with Adam giving his blessing in a confusing way. Yes, he tries to extend his right hand in a benedictory form, but he's not able to do that. And of course, the novel ends with the word Timshel, which means that as we're looking at you, Cal, you may have Kathy in you. You may even possibly have Charles in you. And looking over at Abra, you may have Mr. Bacon in you. But this is all up to you. You are not defined by your DNA. You're not even defined by my lack of parenting. You don't have to continue the slavery to sin. You can fight that. And so that is Adam's blessing, that his quote-unquote killing of his brother doesn't have to define him. He can go on to live a life not full of guilt, but of choosing the good. And so Steinbeck's resounding answer is a DNA doesn't define us, and life experience doesn't define us. Each day we're making a choice, and we may make that choice for good, and good often involves telling someone hard truths and admitting where you have gone wrong and refusing to stay that person, but rather striving each day that you may triumph over the old man and put on more and more the new man.